Tonight, Mike Baird's howler, his humiliating backdown on the Greyhound ban that has left him a political wreck.
I got it wrong. The Cabinet got it wrong. The government got it wrong.
The Premier's judgment is now being questioned on a whole raft of issues, from lockout laws to council mergers. Meanwhile, the animal cruelty goes on. This greyhound owner faced a Sydney court today accused of the vile crime of live baiting. A killer's spine-chilling confession. Vincent Stanford raped and murdered schoolteacher Stephanie Scott. He says he went nuts. The Philip Hughes inquest hears from cricketers and umpires who were there on that terrible day, and it all ends in tears. And the Labor Party kills off the plebiscite into same-sex marriage. So if we don't get a vote, what happens now?
This is 10 Eyewitness News, first at 5, with Hugh Riminton.
Good evening. First up tonight, Mike Baird has today admitted his bold ban on the greyhound racing industry was all a breathtaking mistake. By his own admission, the Premier misread the mood of the people. He's now been forced into a humiliating and damaging backdown. Well, Catalina Flores joins us now live from State Parliament. Catalina, just how badly will this hurt the Premier?
Well, Hugh, given Mike Baird has built his name on being a conviction politician, this has the potential to badly damage him. But the Premier maintains his principles remain the same. It's just the process that has changed. But we do know the Premier's popularity dropped quickly after making this original decision to ban the greyhound industry. So it's unclear how the public will respond after today's apology and reversal.
We learned today that the cleaner who violently raped and murdered a Leeton schoolteacher had dreamt of killing people since he was a teenager. Today was the first time Stephanie Scott's family faced her killer, Vincent Stanford, at his sentence hearing in Griffith. Amanda Hart is there. Well, it's been another tense, even tearful day at the inquest into the death of cricketer Philip Hughes. Just in the past few minutes, Australian Vice-Captain David Warner has been accused of changing his story, denying he helped devise a plan to target his mate with bouncers. Well, Linda Nusafora joins us now. Mel, this puts David Warner in an extremely difficult position.
It certainly does, Hugh, because you have to remember David Warner was extremely close to Philip Hughes and remains very close to the Hughes family.
Well, a lot of news still ahead. Some surprising news about the census fiasco. Also, the new polls that show that Donald might have just handed Hillary her Trump card. An urgent warning from Samsung as its Galaxy crisis grows. And why the future of free television is in your hands. Welcome back. Police are appealing for witnesses after the fatal motorbike crash in Sydney's west that killed a teenage boy. 14-year-old Corey Kramer was killed when the unregistered trail bike he was riding along a Mount Druitt footpath slammed into a ute. A critical incident investigation is now underway after police spotted Corey and his passenger Jason just moments before impact. 12-year-old pillion passenger Jason remains in a serious but stable condition. Well, Vic LaRusso is up in the chopper watching Sydney's traffic for us tonight. Specifically, Vic, a prang at Carlingford.
Yeah, Hugh, 3 cars collided on Pennant Hills Road heading from North Parramatta. We've had delays in both directions tonight. We're just over it now, and one of the last tow trucks has just picked up one of the vehicles, the last vehicle involved, and unfortunately we've got Pennant Hills Road traffic delays continuing at a very slow rate. It was right at this intersection near Alamein Avenue, and we do have the traffic delays that stretch all the way back through to the M1. So again, Pennant Hills Road commuters tonight off the M2 will be delayed. We've got dramas for the traffic leaving from Roseville on the Pacific Highway after an accident for traffic heading toward the upper North Shore. Vic LaRusso, live from the First the Compensation Lawyers traffic chopper.
To the weather now, a bit cooler today, but still some blue skies, Tim.
Clearly, it was a charming Tuesday, Hugh, and I'm going to be able to transition that into a winning Wednesday before things get a bit dodgy and Thursday thumps with some rainfall. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's check today, and the temperature range was pretty good. 12 degrees cooler than yesterday, which was lovely. 12 through to 21. Currently it is 20 degrees, and the big blue sky will stretch all the way to Thursday. We'll take a bit of a break there. Coastal regions of Sydney will get the rainfall. Greater West probably be just a little bit cloudy. Then Friday, Saturday and Sunday, just delightful. Let's go to the map for you. Have a look at how Tuesday did unfold. Lismore 24 degrees, 22 in Coffs Harbour. The low was -6 at Thredbo, top of Australia. Ulladulla said we'll have a ripper, 27 degrees. Top temperature anywhere in the state. Nowra 20, 19 in Bega. And just repeating, Sydney had a top of 21 degrees. A winning Wednesday on the way to your place. All the day's details, 5 to 6.
Fantastic, Tim. We'll see you soon. Coming up next, an Australian man's extraordinary excuse for why he was caught with drugs in Bali. Also, the hurricane's gone, but Haiti's hell has only just begun. And the Royals go to great heights to promote awareness of mental health. Well, still to come, it is World Obesity Day, so how does Australia weigh up? Also, the drunk driver who made it way too easy for police. And music to the ears of some very sick kids. In finance news, the Australian share market posted a modest 7-point gain today. The Aussie dollar buying 75.5 US cents and remaining strong against a faltering pound at 61 pence. Well, it turns out policing isn't always hard work. Officers nabbed a drunk driver this morning standing right next to his crashed car. Well, stay with us. Just ahead, we've got more on tonight's big stories. We've got sport coming up. Tyson Frizzell talking tough ahead of the Kangaroos' Four Nations clash. The Dragons' back rower showing off his softer side today in Perth, but he means all business ahead of his Kangaroos debut. And champion jockey Damien Oliver chasing a rare feat in Saturday's Caulfield Cup. To recap tonight's top stories, Premier Mike Baird has confirmed his spectacular backdown on the Greyhound ban. He's admitted he was wrong. The backflip has been welcomed by Greyhound groups and the opposition, but slammed by the RSPCA. And there are now questions about the Premier's commitment on other controversial issues, such as council mergers and lockout laws. A court has been played the chilling confession of Vincent Stanford, the man who raped and murdered schoolteacher Stephanie Scott. In it, he tells police he, quote, went a little nuts and had to kill the teacher. And the same-sex marriage plebiscite is now doomed after the Labor Party finally refused to back it in the Senate. Time for sport now with Matt Burke. And Matt, there's no room for sentiments in the Kangaroo squad.
It seems that way, Hugh. Good evening. He might be a rookie in the Australian setup, but Tyson Frizzell has made it clear the debutants in the Kangaroos Four Nations squad have good reason not to be worried about the veterans who missed the cut. Daniel Lane has the story. The Spring Carnival steps up a notch on Saturday, and it's also a chance for Damien Oliver to equal a long-standing milestone. Oliver is just one win away from the great Scobie Breesley's record of 5 Caulfield Cup wins. Catherine Firkin has more. That is the day in sport, and I hope Nick Kyrgios turns the corner. That'd be good.
Absolutely.
Bit of maturity.
Yeah, Andre Agassi was a roughie and he came good.
He came well. Yeah, very good.
Indeed. Speaking of roughies, the weather with Tim Bailey coming up next. Stick around.
A little bit of midweek magic by way of Sydney springtime blue skies. That powers the Daily Bailey weather wall tonight. The forecast where you get it all, and a big high pressure system is going to do the do for the next 48 hours at least. It is going to be glorious. Cloud free and around about 22 or 23 degrees. Most of New South Wales, likewise, apart from a little bit of a shower maybe in the north coast tomorrow and the south coast. Thursday, if you're looking for precipitation, eastern areas of the state pretty likely to cop some widespread showers, 1 to 5 millimetres worth, before we find our act up and take care of what looks to be a wonderful Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the days that count. Let's get to the satellite tonight, folks, and see what's going on for you. And there you go. Cold front, Vamoosas, away it goes, moves into the Tasman Sea, leaving New South Wales cloud-free. We like that sort of stuff. Westerly winds in behind that cold front and clear blue skies. Let's have a look at the weather map for you tomorrow and sneak out of the way. Look at this, the big high pressure system, and nothing is going to interfere with this power player as it zips across. Even the cold front, it'll just moved through. This will become the major player for the next 2 or 3 days, and skies are going to be shiny and beautiful. Business of the Brolly, predicted precipitation, drips and drops across rooftops and crops. There it goes through Tasmania, wet old place to be. Victoria cops it as well. As we've said, just down south in New South Wales, a chance of some showers tomorrow, and the northeast corner as well. Most of us, though, will be sitting under mild and beautiful temperatures with skies clear. All right, where have you been? What have you seen? What have we got on Bailey's big screen? Gee, they've been good this week, and we continue the pattern. Sue Stevens, Lake Illawarra, just a beautiful shot. Look at the reflection, the sunshine, and the pelicans. Daily Bailey at 10.com.au. Glorious, glorious imagery. Next up, where do we take you? What about DY? Michael Kellerman was there when the sky just simply put on a show of pinks and orange. Look at that. In the froth as the tide sneaks up, the sky ignites. Just beautiful gear on your television, as long as the bloke in the suit gets out of the way. And thirdly tonight, folks, Tom Vujovic, Cronulla, takes us into the break as the boys get ready for a kayak out through a very small swell. We like that one too. Plenty of feeling in it. We always want to know what you're up to in Sydney town and beyond. All right, let's go around Australia, checking out weather tomorrow for you, folks. And Cairns, 30 degrees and just about perfect. 26 in the Alice says we'll almost match it. 37, a bit of overcast condition in the afternoon in Broome, 37 degrees. 32 and shiny, a big blue sky in Perth. Hobart, 11 degrees with showers. Likewise, Melbourne, showering and 15. 16 in Canberra with the chance of precipitation. And Brisbane, 24 degrees. Sydney looking pretty good at 22, and more detail coming up. Let's get into New South Wales, where it will be pretty good wherever you look. Lismore 23, Coffs Harbour 22 degrees, maybe a chance of a shower there. Tamworth 19, Broken Hill 17 degrees. 5 through to 15, the spread in Wagga Wagga. Bega does 6 through to 20, Nowra 8 through to 20 degrees. As we head into the Sydney Basin, a beautiful place to be on a winning Wednesday. Winds continue to be offshore in the morning, 8 through to 22 at Parramatta, Bankstown 22 degrees, Mascot 22, Wollongong a winner at 19. The official forecast in Sydney town tomorrow, 11 through to 22 degrees, 5% chance of showers. They'll come in the evening, if at all. A beautiful blue sky day. Outlook, okay, let's squeeze our eyes towards Friday, 21, 25 on Saturday and 29, a little unsettled on Sunday, and in the Greater West, 22 Friday, 27, thank you, on Saturday, and 30 on Sunday. Glorious. See you tomorrow night. Jeez.
Yeah. Finally tonight, some sick children have swapped their hospital beds for beanbags at a special concert today. The kids were entertained by award-winning artists at the Children's Hospital at Westmead. The music is the brainchild of the Hush Foundation and uses songs written by sick children to help lift spirits.
About their ideas on life, the universe and everything. And they've come up with some really profound things that we then turned into songs.
Makes kids get better faster, and organisers plan to roll out the program across the country. And that's 10 Eyewitness News for tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
See you there.
Bye-bye.